Man, coming off one hell of a week. I think last week was probably one of my biggest weeks ever of just pain, just being so sick, having everything not going my way, but I still made it. And me making the videos last week took me everything in my power. I didn't even want to do those videos, but they still got up, they still got posted. I still stuck with my routine. I still kept going. And I feel so much better. Today I just did 295 on the incline for two, and I still got my strength. I didn't lose that much weight. Probably lost like 5 pounds, but we'll gain that back. And what don't kill you make you stronger. I know you guys hear that all the time, but it's true because I got stronger in the process. I got clarity. I gained resilience through like the things that I thought I couldn't get through, and I got through it. And I just been elevating, bro. Like I seen a quote online. If you wanna go somewhere quick, you go alone. And then they say if you wanna go far, you go together. And that's true. But you can't do that in the same circle, especially your friend group or your family, your back at home, hometown friends and family. That shit is not gonna work unless they all elevate with you. But more than likely, you're gonna be that person in your group that's going to elevate. You're gonna lose everybody. And that's how it just goes. And it's crazy that your consistency, if you show up so many days and you just be intentional with your posting, be intentional with your posts, and just give yourself, people will start to see everything for what it is. Those rumors that were said about you, those things that, that people lied on you about, those things that went wrong, it will all come to pass because people will get to see who you really are once you show up every day. And consistency answers all of the problems. And it's just crazy to me that everybody in my life is now realizing, like, hey, you gonna make it, man. Like, this is true. Like, bro, I've showed up so many days on end, when I was cold, hot, mad, sad, happy, sad, sick. I went through the worst, and nothing else can stop me. I went through loss. I went through trauma. I don't like using that word trauma, but I went through so much shit. I elevated past everything that I thought I can go through. And I have to sit down and thank God because sometimes I can be ungrateful. Sometimes I can be like, hey, God, why I'm going through so much and this person ain't going through that. And I get the pointing fingers. But it's at the end of the day, when the storm is over, you see it for what it is. And like, damn, he was making me stronger. Damn, God elevated me past those people that I was around. And at first, when you're looking at the situation, at first it'd be like, fuck, man, I'm getting everything taken from me. Everything is happening. What the fuck is going on? But that's when you cross that bridge of elevation. Elevation creates separation. So you got to separate yourself. That's what they call it, isolation. And once you isolate yourself, you have to work on self. You have to figure out what self wants. Once you figure out what self wants, now you have goals. Once you achieve your goals, now you have a purpose. And that's the biggest thing because a lot of people is wandering in the wilderness and a lot of people don't have purpose. A lot of people don't have goals. And for you to actually have a purpose and a goals, you are a big threat to most people because most people don't even know what the fuck they want. And that saying in the Bible is true. For many was called, but few are chosen. And God has chosen us. He absolutely does because in this journey that I'm taking right now, I'm starting to see for everything for what it is. Like, because I'm on my purpose. I'm always grinding. I'm always working. And I'm suffering. So I can tell what's real and fake. And that's the discernment that God gave me. So I look back on certain people. I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm chasing after my goals. I see quite a few people, especially like in certain areas like Miami or like Tampa, you'll see purpose-driven people, but you come back to your hometown, nobody's purpose-driven. Everybody's fucking wandering, everybody's fucking off, and you're like, damn, well, that's saying this true. God do have chosen, because this person was chosen. He'll be going after his purpose. She will be going after his purpose. And for you to elevate, you have to separate from your people. And that's why there's no possible way for you to actually gain anything or for you to elevate around those same people. And the journey teaches you a lot. It's hard. It's the most hardest thing. It will damn near fucking take you out. But you will make it. Just every day, you gotta take it day by day. Once you take it day by day, you follow that routine that you have for yourself, that you build out for yourself, that's gonna get you to that spot. Because if you don't have a routine, you need to whoop yourself in shape. You need that routine. You need these things, because these things are going to keep you elevated. These things are going to keep your mind stimulated. It's going to keep you on track, because the body and the brain needs to work. If the body and brain don't work, it's an idle mode, and idle hand does the devil's work. So you always want to be working towards your goals, whether you can see the progress or not, because slow motion is better than no motion. And if you're not working, you're doing the devil's work. And a lot of people get it mixed up for doing too much work and doing too little. I say read and reflect. No, wake up early, read and reflect, some form of physical training, and then working on, a side hustle, a side business. That's body, mind, and soul. And of course, praying. That's body, mind, and soul. So if you're doing those things, you're working towards your progress. You're working towards your purpose. And I know people, we all got a 9 to 5. So after your 9 to 5, work a 5 to 9. And this is going to separate you from the masses. Once you separate from the masses, you get closer to God. It's either a one way around. Either you get closer to the masses or you separate from God. And you're going to be made fun of. You're going to be picked at. And you're going to look crazy. You're going to look stupid. But I'm telling you, in due time, when you show up every single day, you're going to have the answers to everybody's fucking problems. And I'm starting to see that. And this is how you build aura. This is how you build confidence. But you just have to be one badass motherfucker, bro. Like, if you really want to be famous, if you really want to be rich, if you really want to free your family from this shit, just do it for them. Just do it for your purpose. Do it for your people. Most importantly, follow what God has you placed to do. And you will succeed in life. Just know that this is only a season. The storm is not going to last forever. Everything is going to be taken from you. Everything is not going to seem right, but it's all working in your favor. And I have to constantly tell myself that. Like, I could tell other people this and be like, okay, this is going to happen. But once I'm physically going through this shit, I'm like, I'm fucked. Like, what is going on? And then sometimes I have an outlash, I have outbreaks, which I regret, but I'm human. But once I have my outlash and my outbreak, I go take a fucking walk or something, do some push-ups, and I come back and say, hey, God, forgive me, Then I start to see things for what it is, because these problems are not to you, they're for you. They're for you to build you, for you to get the discernment, for you to learn. And I want you guys, if you're going through a hard time right now, and you're just trying to change, you're trying to shift that mindset of you wanting better, I'm telling you right now, if you're just starting, once you start working on yourself, everything around you is going to fall, because now you're elevating. It's not you, bro. It's not you. It's them, because they're staying in the same spot. I want you guys to keep going. Do not fucking quit. I want you guys to get stronger, gain so much knowledge, gain so much wisdom, and just apply it to your business. I love you guys so much, and you better not